What I'm about to tell you is going to completely revolutionize how you tackle large-scale projects. Lots of locations, lots of scenes, lots of stuff going on, and you won't believe how simple it is. Hey guys, Shiny again. So what I'm about to tell you is something that I learned whilst cutting documentaries, long-form documentaries. In fact, one project in particular had 60+ hours of footage. It was mammoth. It was insane. They came to me and said, Shiny, we just shot this. We don't know what we have. Can you make it into something great? So we had to break it down into manageable chunks somehow. So we listed everything, all the action, everything that went on. And then we tried to figure out how we can make this story work. Now what I'm going to do is give you an example, and then you can see how you might tackle it. In this example, I'm going to be editing a documentary about two activists. All right, so imagine you get all this footage in, gone through it all, made some quick notes. The scene breakdown might look like something like this. So you've got person one's morning routine and their daily schedule, them doing some of their hobbies, spending time with their family, and then one major activism event or a protest they're going to. And then character two might have some footage, something along these lines, their morning routine again, also their daily schedule. Then they travel to some kind of foreign summit or somewhere where they're being asked to talk on stage. Then you've got the prep for that summit, and then them actually doing the summit and doing the talk. The Post-it note. Yes, these babies have saved my bacon so many times. These are one of the most powerful tools, I think, in an editor's toolkit. Forget your fancy keyboards or your mice with 20 buttons. This is what is going to make you a great editor. Trust me on this. So the way you tackle it, you write all the major events onto these Post-it notes, and then you can quite easily rearrange them to figure out what is the best way to lay out the scenes. So I'm going to show you how I would use it and how it's going to save your bacon. Okay, so you've watched all the footage back, you've made your notes, and you've got a good idea of what footage it is that you're working with. We've got two characters, both activists, going about their daily stuff. It's all about their life, building up to a final major event at the end here. You can see we've got some similarities in footage. We've got a morning routine from both characters and a daily schedule. Then it changes a bit, but they're both leading up to a major event. Two color Post-it notes allow us to easily recognize which character and which color is which. Now, if we played this out chronologically on the timeline as it was shot, it's going to be a very flat story. It's going to be quite boring. So I would rearrange the timeline to look something like this. So you can see I've rearranged everything. So we're building up to the major events at the end, but I thought it could be quite nice, if continuity allows, for us to have the morning routines before the major events. It could be a really nice way to sort of see them wake up and get prepped on the day for the big day. It'd be really nice to put some of the sync, some of the voice from the day over the top of the footage of the morning routine as if they're doing it on the day. Opening on the film, instead of their morning routine, they've got hobbies, and you're going to get a lot more from the character that way. Of course, you could open on family, or you could open on character two's daily schedule. Depends what footage you have, really. Having the two daily schedules next to each other is a really nice way to cut between the two scenes and have similarities between our two characters. Each scene that follows and precedes should flow from one to the other to create a seamless edit. So writing notes on what sync is shown in which scene is a great way to figure out how you can get the story from this perspective and the Post-it note perspective to flow really nicely. Well, hopefully that makes sense. Now, of course, this is completely fake and it'll change depending on the footage, but it gives you an idea of how you can use Post-it notes to really help you figure out what goes where. Hopefully you got it all figured out, and you'll probably find yourself using Post-it notes more often than you need to. I find I use it in most edits. When I'm familiar with the footage, I always write down my why onto a Post-it note and put it above my workstation. So whenever I'm making my shot choices, I can refer to the why. So I'm only putting in the good stuff. And then when you have the good stuff, you can use the Post-it notes again to rearrange everything and get it in the right order. These are priceless. Let me know if you've got any questions surrounding it or any other tips you use for trying to tackle large-scale projects. Hopefully this has been useful. If it has, don't forget to like and subscribe. If it hasn't, don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers.